Wow.
This September, my YouTube channel will be 18 years old.
Holy
Yeah.
that is crazy.
Legal.
It will be legal.
Sorry, Drake. Just playing.
I was watching the one with you interviewing Kazumi.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, bro.
The naked episode or
The naked
Okay.
episode. The naked
Crazy.
episode.
Yeah.
You was a freak back then, though, huh?
Still. I'm just married now, you know?
Hey guys, welcome back to the 9 for 9 podcast. I'm your host Jason Kim.
Yes, sir.
Joined with my brother Paulie.
What's good?
And then on my left we got Megan Yu.
Hello.
And then on my right we got Jennifer Lee.
Hi, everyone.
And today, you know, we got a very special guest.
Special guest.
He goes by the name Tim Chantarangsu.
Oh, you killed that.
Did I say that?
Hey.
Yeah, we practiced that.
That might be the best, introduction as far as pronunciation of.
Okay, hey, we take that. We take
We will
that.
gladly
Yeah,
take
Yes,
that.
sir. You know, also known as Timothy Delaghetto.
Yeah,
You know,
of
the
course,
one
of
and
course.
only.
The one
Yeah.
and
You
only.
know, we
Well,
really
thanks.
appreciate you coming on.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to you for responding to our DM. You know what I'm saying? It took a little while, but yo, we were so excited when you responded.
Well, thanks, guys. I'll be checking DMs, and,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm like, all right, well, let me show some love to the, young Asian creators
Yeah.
out there, So I was like, all right, I'll pull up. And then I saw the clip with you with Dumb, and I was like, all right, if Dumb did it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
How was your 4th of July weekend? It's just passed. Or not weekend, but 4th
Yeah,
of July.
4th of July was straight. We got babies now, so
Right.
we're pretty much in bed. I'm gonna be looking this way a lot because my neck is like fucked.
Oh,
up.
shit.
So it's
Good?
like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
You good?
yeah,
No
yeah. I
worries.
slept wrong, and then I worked out too. It's all bad, like from here to here. It's just all stupid. So I'm gonna just be right
shit.
here.
Yeah,
All
we'll
right?
have a over here.
4th of July weekend.
Yeah.
We got babies, so they're in bed by like
Okay.
7:30 ideally, and the fireworks don't really pop off until probably like 8, 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much, I had some homies over. We ordered some barbecue. Didn't even really like barbecue. Ordered some fire barbecue. Kicked it. Had the babies asleep by 8, and then
Family style.
yeah, and then you just kind of check the baby monitor every couple minutes when the shits are going off to make sure they're not like waking up.
Yeah.
And that was my night, man. Yeah.
How is that though, like family life? Because your second son is like really young, right?
Yeah, so my girl is 3. She's super smart. She's hilarious. My boy just turned 1 a couple months ago. He alright. No, I'm just playing. He's great too. Just started like really coming into his own, getting a little personality, smiling,
Yeah,
laughing,
yeah,
shit
yeah.
like that. And it's fun, man. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But it's great. It's great. It's a good time.
You gotta like see yourself in them a little bit, like.
Of course, yeah. My girl is crazy. My little girl, she's wild, and she definitely I think they both laugh like me,
Aw,
and
that's
which
cute.
is fun to
Yeah.
see. And she cracks me up. They're both like, I don't know what he's gonna like yet, but I definitely see some of her in me. I see her mom's attitude in her, so it's fun, man. Don't have no babies yet though. Take your time, guys. All right.
I want to ask you, what's the biggest difference between raising a son and a daughter now?
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, I thought I was gonna be 100% girl dad. Like I thought we were gonna have all girls.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then and I was all about it. Like I loved being a girl dad.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I don't do manly shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
What you mean?
like I don't
What you
like
mean?
when I had the baby girl. I was like, all right, cool. Like I don't be playing catch and shit like that. Like, like I don't grow enough facial hair to fucking like, oh, let's teach you how to shave, my boy. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it was kind of more my lane when I had a baby girl. I'm just very like, I mean, I'm not what you would call like a manly man. You know what I'm saying?
You like to take care. Yeah.
I'm a sensitive boy, but also, like, I don't know, did musicals in high school, shit like that, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then, not that manly men can't do music, right?
Yeah,
I feel like it's all a balance, But so when I was talking to, I'd be like, oh, baby girl, blah blah blah, and then when I realized we were having a boy, I was like, damn, how am I gonna talk to this dude? I didn't even know what to call him, because I'd be like, oh yeah, little mama, oh baby girl.
Yeah.
And when I would talk to the boy when he was in the belly, I was like, what's up, my guy? What's good?
What's up, Jay?
Yeah, what's up, my dude? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
But
crazy.
we figured it out.
Yeah.
Yo, I feel like everybody wants a son. I feel like you're the first person to kind of say like you want all daughters.
I mean, it was kind of something that people put into my head too, like early on, because wifey said she wanted four kids.
Wow.
And I was like, all right, fuck it, fine, cool, let's do it. And then I someone made a joke saying they're gonna be all girls, you know, because they're like, you know, the players curse or whatever. I'm like, yeah, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then I had my daughter, and I was like, oh shit, I guess the curse is real. And then I had my boy, and I was like, karma's not real. But, you know, it was fun. It's all fun though, you know.
Right,
but
sure.
you know, it's all like a learning process every day because I didn't have siblings growing up. I'm an only child, so like even the whole concept of like siblings and sharing, that wasn't a part of my childhood, you know. So I'm figuring it all out, you know.
Definitely seemed like a great dad though. I was watching your vlogs last night, and when you're playing with your children, you're like very like on camera. You act like how you would even if you weren't recording us. Like,
right.
Very sweet and like kind, you know, the way you talk to them.
It's all for social media. It's fake.
Okay.
Nah, thanks, man. You know, I really
Of course.
I want to be there, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I want to be like involved, like I want to be present. So and that's probably like the biggest struggle is like I really thrive off working and staying busy, but so it's hard to put my work aside because I really want to be around for the babies, you know, like doing like entertainment shit and social media stuff. It's like a blessing because I can work from home, but I really I want to mentally be there with the babies too. So it's like I kind of have to like shut off and get off socials if I can and just kind of focus on babies. So the struggle right now is figuring out how to get my work done and be dad.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But you know,
What kind of work are you like doing now? Like, what are you trying to focus on?
man. So what keeps me busy and what's paying the bills right now is like podcasting. You know, easy, fun stuff. You know, you get to talk bullshit for a couple hours and like,
I agree, yeah.
you know, you get a little bit of money, a little bit of views. It's cool, right? But I'm really trying to like focus, and I've said this on a lot of podcasts. I say it on my own all the time. Like I'm trying to write this movie for me and David So. And like writing movies hard, guys.
Definitely.
You're like 3 pages in, right?
I'm like 30 pages in.
Oh,
But I've been on that
okay.
30 pages for like a fucking year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to find time to finish that up because I feel like, you know, now, you know, Asian people are finally really getting more opportunities in movies and stuff like that. And I'm trying to get in there, ride that wave while I still look young and shit. So
So wait, is this a movie starring you and David So?
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like a comedy movie, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First one. I got ideas for like weird stuff, but I really want to. I feel like Asian people need more stupid movies. Like I love that we're telling more stories nowadays, but I feel like everything is so serious and like
Low-key, yeah.
Totally agree.
yeah, it's all like family trauma and stuff. I'm like, I get it, but can we just be dumb?
That's so true.
Because that's kind of like I like dumb stuff too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we need like I consume. Actually, I mean, not gonna lie, I consume like more like sad, weird shit. But I like providing dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we need that in life. You know?
Is that kind of why you started your stand-up comedy recently? Or not
Man,
really?
no, I mean not really. That was kind of just kind of like for funsies because my homies were doing it and I've always kind of been interested in dabbling in that. I've been like quietly jotting down jokes for like the past couple years, and but I was really trying to focus more of my brain power into the script and stuff like that. So, but my boy had an opportunity to do a couple shows, and I was like, all right, I'll see what's up with it. So, yeah, we might be doing a show in Vegas actually in September.
Ooh. Stand-up comedy is I think it's the hardest thing ever, to be honest. Which I love it. I love going to
You do it? Do you do it? You should do it.
No, I could never. I could never. Maybe I'll be one of like the audience participants, you know? I'll say something funny there, but that's
For
about
sure.
it.
How'd you do? I heard what's it called? Like dumbfounded. Everybody doing kind of stand up now.
I know
huh?
that's the thing too. I feel like
Isn't it in the movie too? Like,
I feel like everybody's doing that shit too. That's why I'm like, when they're like, you should do it. I'm like, another fucking social media person doing stand up. I'm like, you know, I'm kind of like, I'm cool, man. I'd rather not. Like, it's fun. It's fun. It was good. I got my laughs. The blessing of doing the homies show was that like it was mainly his audience, my boy Super Ego. So me and his fans have a lot of crossover. So they kind of knew me already, which is like I feel like is a cheat code when you're doing stand up. Like ideally I'd want to be famous I'd want to be funny to people that don't know me. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that they did know me, it was kind of like an easier little light crowd. So they were nicer. You know what I'm saying? But I was able to like try out some jokes that didn't work the first time, and then we did a second show, and I was able to tweak it and stuff, and that's what they all do. But that was my first time really trying it out. You know, it gets easier every time, but like I said, you know, I'm trying to focus on this fucking movie, man. So
what's the timeline on that?
Yeah.
When you gonna finish that?
So if you talk to David So, he'll tell you it's never getting done. Because I'm like heavy procrastinator, ADHD type shit. Like actually legit diagnosed too. I'm not just talking that ADHD shit. I'm like, I talk to a whole professional.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
For real. Okay.
So here, let me tell y'all that story, man. Because I wasn't sure if so here's why I went to go get tested for ADHD, because one of my a homie of mine, he one day was like, yo man, I want to apologize to you because I just got diagnosed with ADHD, and I feel like in the past I might have like been weird in certain situations, and I never really thought about it. But you know, he started telling me his story, and he was like, you know, people would accuse me of not caring about things, but I would just like forget, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, that kind of resonated with me, because I remember growing up and just like my mom telling me to do shit, or other people telling me to do shit, and I would just forget, and they would always say, you know, no, if you cared about it, you would have done it. And I'm like, no, I don't, I care. I don't want to forget. I just, I'm sorry, right?
Yeah.
So and then I had this meeting with this lady. It was via Zoom, but she was, you know, professional diagnoser lady. And I really and here's the thing, I didn't want to feel like I was purposely being ADHD so she could diagnose me, so I was like, I'm gonna focus on this shit, right? And I already kind of have trouble focusing on Zoom calls, but I was like, I'm gonna like focus, right? So I put the computer mouse right on her nose and I stared at it the whole time. And then but I was getting a little fidgety, and immediately she was like, you know, I'm already seeing some signs, but
no way.
And then
I'm so fidgety too, though.
And that's the thing, right? So I'm talking to her, and I wasn't even trying to be funny. I was like, okay, I promise you, I'm not trying to be funny right now. What did you just say?
Yeah.
And then she's like, you know what? You're in the right place, my friend. So she's like, yeah, I can confidently say you're like ADHD, and also
what?
Yeah.
Over a Zoom call?
Over a Zoom call, yeah.
No.
Was this like a recent discovery?
This was like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like, I can confidently say you're ADHD, and also what do they call? They call it ADHD unattentive, which is just what they call ADD nowadays.
Oh, I see.
So she was like, yeah, man, you can get on the Ritalin if you want. I'll prescribe you. And I was just kind of like, well, for me, I really wanted to know, so I could kind of take some steps to improving that part of my life. Because one of the main things was that, like, here's the thing, right? Me and my wife were kind of getting into little arguments because I would forget to flush my poops, all right?
No.
So
No way. Are you serious?
Yeah, no, I swear.
Okay.
I'm not even joking right now. Like, sometimes she'd come home, she'd be pissed. She's like, "Bang, you did it again. I'm sorry. And,
I think I left you a present.
Yeah, so a little treat for you, right? But then I Googled it, and that is something some ADHD people do, because like where it's like you get so distracted, you tend to leave a mess, as opposed to like where ADD, you know, people with like, I don't know, OCD or something, they're always trying to clean shit up. Right. And it's like, and here's the thing, man, sometimes, you know, I'm pooping, and then fucking my mind is just everywhere. I'm scrolling, and that's the thing, right? I'm scrolling.
Definitely
Yeah, I'm scrolling, and then I'm like, and here's the thing, I'm so focused on making sure like my butthole is super clean, right? So I like super dry wipe, and then I super wet wipe.
No.
Yeah, no, I'm like all the way, and then I dry wipe again after the wet wipes. So in this whole process, and here's the thing too, I also close the lid to make sure, because you know, like they say, close the lid so particles don't get everywhere. So I dry wipe, I wet wipe, I dry wipe again, right? Dry wipes in the toilet, close the lid, wet wipes in the little waste receptacle. Right. And then at this point now, I'm so,
you're like, boom, I'm done.
Exactly. I'm so deep into the process. And then like, lids down, so I don't see the poop. So the lid's down. I'm like focused on my asshole. I'm cleaning that shit, and I'm also like watching a YouTube video or scrolling through social media, right? So like
there's a lot going on.
Yeah, washing my hands and shit, motioning my hands, and then I'm out. You know what I'm saying? After all that,
lotion?
Yeah, lotion after you wash your hands. Yeah.
Wait, why do you dry wipe first?
Because I don't go straight to the wet wipes. I mean, I use toilet paper.
Okay.
Wait.
Toilet paper, then
And
wet
then
wipes.
you wet it, and then you dry it.
No, like wet wipes, like in the little package.
Yeah.
So toilet paper, wet wipes, and then
I
if
see.
you know how sometimes the wet wipes be too wet, you gotta do it.
Yeah.
Extra
Yeah. You gotta dry it down a little bit.
Yeah. So then it's just like, so then I was like, man, what the fuck? Why would I do this? Because I had to tell her, I'm like, baby, I'm not doing this shit. I don't want to leave shit in the toilet. Like, I'm not trying to piss you off, right? And then so I got my diagnosis, and she's like, you know, part of her was like, you're just using this as an excuse. I'm like, I don't. An excuse to do what? Leave poop in the toilet? like it's a kink? Like, I don't want to do this shit. So it just kind of provided a little clarity as to why I might not be able to focus sometimes, you know?
No, I totally get that. My brother might need to see that lady too. He'd be leaving his poop in the toilet.
Hey, girl, look, it's a thing, man. It's a thing.
That's crazy though.
So, but I say all that to say, yes, it's taking me a while to finish the script.
I was like, wait, what were we talking about?
Yeah.
Can I get a little like summary of like what the movies are gonna be about?
Yeah. Without saying too much, I'm trying to do like maybe like a new age Harold Kumar for me and David.
Yo.
We're brothers, and we're trying to save our family's restaurant. That's what it is.
Oh.
So we gotta take a little road trip and go on a special mission to handle some business.
Okay, I see.
That sounds
Ooh,
fire.
that's
Yeah.
You casting any like notable people for like some side roles, or just you and David is the?
I mean, me and David are the mains, and then for all my other parts, I'm just kind of like writing parts for YouTube homies,
Yeah.
like other people who I think will be good for it. Whoever's down to work cheap, because
Right.
if the script doesn't like sell, then I gotta like just do a guerrilla style and crowdfund and put it on Tubi or some shit, so we'll see what happens. But that's
You're
the
looking
main
for a
goal.
couple young troublemakers, Hey, man.
I'll let you guys know, bro.
Cashier, I'll be the cashier.
I'll let y'all know, cause look, like, all my homies are getting old, so if I need younger people, I'll hit y'all up.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I wanted to go back to the beginning when we were talking about how you switched your stage name to your real name.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, now that you have done that, do you kind of wish you started out with Chantarangsu instead of Delaghetto?
I mean, you know what? Oh, man, no one's really asked me that before. Sometimes. I guess sometimes, because Timothy Delaghetto was definitely it was catchy, it's like rememberable, it's catchy.
That was the thing to do as well at that time on YouTube and stuff. I feel like everyone had
a fun name,
Exactly.
And I think that for me, for the people who knew it was from the Fresh Prince, because it's from the Fresh Prince, for the people who knew, it was kind of like, oh, okay, I like relate to this, I connect to this. And then like as I got older and did it more and used the name more, and people didn't know what it was from, like for me, well, a part of it was, I realized, like I want to use my real name. I want to like embrace my long last name and like, be like, hey, Asian people, it's okay to use your real last names or like be proud of like your weird last names, right? And also with social media, the people that didn't know it was from the Fresh Prince, people heard Delaghetto and they thought like, I already get hit with the appropriation stuff, but they were like, why are you trying to like claim the ghetto for? Even though I did grow up in a part of Long Beach that was considered the ghetto, but that wasn't what it was about. It was from the Fresh Prince, So I was like, let me just reset, because I changed it during the pandemic, and I was like, let me just reset, start using my real last name. But I mean, I don't really have regrets about the name or anything really. I feel like everything is kind of, a learning process, and everything happens for a reason. So I'm still, there are still people who are like, nah, bro, you're Timothy Delaghetto, I don't care. I'm like, that's fine, that's cool.
Do you get like kind of like annoyed when people like refer to you as Delaghetto?
Nah. It's like,
Sure.
I know, I get it. I don't mind, because it wasn't like something that it wasn't like, nah, I'm a new man now, I'm different. I'm not that anymore. I'm still the same person. I just changed the name,
Yeah, I never thought about that. You probably did get a lot of hate, like from like maybe like because you were the only Asian like person on the Wild and Out stage.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, who's this guy like trying to be like maybe like?
Well, you know what? Nah, Wild and Out, it was all love on Wild and Out from the cast members. For people that watched, sometimes it was like, who is this guy, right? And why is he calling himself Delaghetto? There was some of that here and there from like, the occasional Twitter user. But for me, I was just like, you know what? I'm just, like I said, the older I got and the younger people got, the fewer people knew that it was from the Fresh Prince. And you know, I was ready to like just really be Tim Chantarangsu on stage. Because in my head, I'm like, if I see myself getting to where I want to get, like, do I want to be accepting like awards as Timothy Delaghetto, as this like little silly YouTube name I made up, you know?
That's so true.
Yeah, because in my head, I'm like, I'll do like 50 Cent did and do like Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. You know what I'm saying? I was like, for a while, I'll just be Tim Delaghetto, Chantarangsu, and then eventually phase it out. But then pandemic happened, and I was like, man, if I die today, do I want to be remembered as Timothy Delaghetto? I'm like, nah, Tim Chantarangsu, you know? So yeah.
Okay.
Just did
my
it.
gosh.
Just ripped the Band-Aid off.
I watched
you know?
so much Wild 'N Out when I was younger. I remember you with the Henny bottle in your hand.
Yeah.
How was your experience with like working on a TV set like that?
Man, working on TV was great because, you know, if you watch like my YouTube stuff from the beginning, I always said like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna be on TV, I'm gonna be in movies, this and that. So for me, it was very, it was like a validating thing. So I could be like, I told you, motherfuckers. Everybody that was hating on me said I would never get on TV, you know.
Yeah.
And the fact that like I was on a show where I was like rapping, I wasn't doing anything like stereotypical, you know. I was the token Asian dude on the all black cast. It was just like. It was a nice, like, I told you so, and it kind of also, I feel like, legitimized what I did, because when I first started, a lot of people kind of looked down on like the internet person, you know. It's different now, you know. I feel like it has a little more legitimacy to it, and Hollywood kind of realizes that you need that, like that internet aspect, that social media aspect. But for me, when I was doing the show, I was able to get on, and people were like, "Oh, okay, he's not just like YouTube dude anymore." You know, he's like, "Oh, okay, he's on the show and he's actually like he does well." You know, so and it was just, you know, and it was fun. It was a super fun experience. It was all love. I got to just like, you know, get drunk and fuck around with people for an hour or two, and you know, rap and make jokes. It was great.
Did you ever get nervous about like if your jokes would hit or if like the rap? Because like I know you have to come up with it on the spot, pretty much, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, I tell people like this, you know, because they always ask like, yo, how did that shit's scripted, right? But here's the thing, it's not scripted, but it's like this. We play the same 4 to 6 games every episode.
Right.
So of course you might be in the shower one day and be like, that's a good joke for that game. So you kind of have it in your back pocket, you know? So then when we play the game, you're able to like say it, you know what I'm saying? Or like sometimes, or like when we do the like little rap battle parts at the end, I know they're gonna say like 1 out of 5 things to me, like Lil Dick, bad driver, fucking eating dog. It was always the same like 4 jokes. So of course I got rebuttals for that. I've been clapping back to those jokes since junior high, you know.
Literally.
So, what's the original question?
Was it like, did you get nervous?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get nervous when I'm on stage. I always get nervous right before, for whatever I'm doing, you know. So it's always like, I get very like, I pace and shit, and like, you know, take a couple shots, and then I get very hyped. I get very nervous, and I get very hyped, and then when I'm on stage, I'm fine.
It's good, I love being on stage. It's so fun.
What do you do?
I used to dance.
Oh, fun.
So I would get the exact same thing. I'd be so nervous. Like I remember, like sometimes I'd like have to leave the theater and just like scream outside and come back in, and you feel so much better. But then once you're on stage, you see the lights. You can't even see the people out there. You just see the lights in front of you. And you start dancing. It's amazing.
I'll be getting hella nervous. I'm not like that. Yeah, I was a little nervous today. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, I'll be nervous too. It's okay. I think that's healthy. You know?
Yeah, no, it makes me fun.
Because you were actually up there with some like real rappers, man.
Yeah. What you trying to say?
What you trying to say?
Yo, you a real
Yo, you gotta retract. You gotta retract that one.
Nah, some like notable.
I get it.
Yeah, like I saw like Rick Ross up there one time. Who's that one guy with the 6 on his hat?
Oh, Chance the Rapper.
Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, Chance the Rapper was so nice. He's probably the nicest guest. Like he was one of the guests that like, cause sometimes they come on and they talk to Nick mainly, and sometimes they'll talk to whoever's right next to them, but they don't really go out of their way to talk to the rest of the cast. Chance like went up to me and dapped me up, was like, "Hey man, you're funny, blah blah blah." I was like, "Oh, thank you, bro." Yeah, it was great, and that was just a really fun episode for me especially. Yeah, just a good time.
Okay.
Well, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask. I mean, I feel like you probably already answered this, but like, how did you even get your role on Wild 'N Out?
Yeah, let me tell you. So I had been doing my YouTube thing for a few years, and somebody on Twitter was like, "Yo, Nick Cannon's bringing Wild 'N Out back. You should audition." I was like, "Oh shit." Because I remember being younger and seeing Wild 'N Out, like the OG. Because the Wild 'N Out I was on was actually like the reboot of it. And
wait, can I ask how old were you when you were on Wild 'N Out?
Shit, girl, don't worry about all that. So when I was on, it was the reboot of it. It was on, and then it went away for some years, and then it came back. They brought it back, right? And so I remember watching it when I was younger and being like, man, I would kill this show only because it was like jokes and raps, you know. And I was like, oh, it's so fun. So when someone told me Nick Cannon was bringing it out, I followed him on Twitter, and then one day he tweeted, "Who's the funniest person online? Whoever gets the most retweets of hashtag Wild 'N Out needs me, I'll audition them personally." Wow. So I was like, oh shit, okay. So I retweeted. I had my minions retweet that shit, right? And then someone DM'd me, and they were like, if you're serious about auditioning, contact this person. And then I also, through just internet stuff, this guy Abe that I knew one of the producers who was also like, hey bro, he texted me, he's like, if you're serious, you know, I'll get you in the room, blah blah blah. So it was like multiple things, and so I went to the audition, and it was like a room probably like this size. It was just a dark room this size, and like 4 people and like Nick Cannon chilling. And then you introduce yourself, and he's like, all right, well, first thing he's like, all right, rap.
What the hell? Just like that?
Yeah. And I was like, you want me to freestyle or written stuff? He was like, whatever you want. I did both. And,
with a beat or not, like with
no,
a beat?
No beat, just acapella. And then they have you play some like improv games, and then they called me back for the group audition where you audition with some other people that would be on the show. And then like the next week they're like, all right, you're on the show. And that was it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
man.
What do you think like got you that role though? Like your freestyle or like?
I think both.
Both?
I had a really good audition.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to, because I had some fire just stored in the back of my brain. And I can freestyle a bit too. So, I think a lot of the people that go on the show, they're not really, the freestyling part makes them a little nervous. And also like, I mean, and they told me this too. It's like, I know they needed like a token Asian, you know what I'm saying? And you want to hear some crazy shit?
Yeah.
So it came down to me and Dumb, basically.
What?
Yeah, because Dumb auditioned.
Wow.
And the producer, this cat Niall, he told me, he was like, your boy Dumb, he messed up his freestyle. Like he fucked up the freestyle. And I was like, what? Because that's Dumb's thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know but Dumb will say too, he's like, nah, you're better for that show, and so I think like just the powers of the universe, and maybe the universe fucked up his freestyle that day, you know what I'm saying? Because I guess he messed his up, and I did well, and so I got my little slot as a token Asian. And I think and they haven't been really able to replace me. You know what I'm saying?
They can.
Like they brought Jin on for a couple seasons, and Jin's great, but I think he's definitely like Jin's a talented rapper, but I think the comedian part, wasn't necessarily his thing.
Yeah.
And they'll tell me, because I'll pop in for a couple episodes here and there, because they did like the 20th season, so they wanted me to pop in for a couple episodes. And one of the producers, she's like, hey man, just so you know, like if you ever want to come back, you can come back.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Open
She's
invite.
like, Nick kind of, because we had like a mutual breakup, me and Wild 'N Out. And she's like, Nick always says he kind of regrets you not being on the show anymore. So if you ever want to come back, you can come back.
That must feel good.
Yeah, it does.
Really good.
Yeah. It's
I
cool.
saw online like people say that you got fired, and I heard that you kind of left, but like your producer like brought it up first. Like,
I describe it like when you're dating somebody and you want to break up, but they haven't done anything bad, so you don't have a reason to break up. You know what I'm saying? So you're just kind of there.
Yeah.
Because I had been saying I was gonna leave the show, because I did I did 6 years, 8 seasons, and
That's crazy long.
yeah, it was a minute.
Yeah.
And so I remember, like, I was in the group chat with all the other Wild 'N Out dudes. I'm like, all right, y'all, this is my last one. They're like, you've been saying that for 3 years, whatever. Right? And then finally one year, Niall, he texted me, or he's like, hey man, can you got time for a phone call? I was like, oh, I know what this is now. I know what this is, bro. And then he called me. He was like, yeah, we might go in a different direction. I'm like, yeah, all good. I'm right on the same page with you, man. All good. And that was that.
Yeah.
I see.
The next chapter of things.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, you just wanted to move on after 6 years, like.
Yeah, I just kind of got to a point where I felt like I had done as much as I could on the show.
Yeah.
Like, like I said, there's only so much they can say to me. Right? And I feel like I had heard every joke and I had clapped back to every joke. And I was just feeling like, maybe it's time to move on. I didn't want to be on Wild 'N Out forever. I was trying to do movies and stuff. But when I do pop in, it's fun. Every time I pop in for another episode, I'll be like, maybe I could come back. You know what I'm saying?
It brings back good memories for sure.
Yeah, it's a good time. But but for me, I think it ended when it was supposed to end for me, and always just trying to just evolve and take it next level.
For sure.
Yeah.
Moving kind of past the Wild 'N Out stuff, I wanted to ask, how did it feel being in Drake's pop star music video? This is the biggest Drake fan right here.
Oh, word!
Yeah.
No, I was
It's
gonna ask
been
him
a
that.
been a tough couple weeks. It's been a tough couple weeks.
Bro.
But look, I defend Drake too through all the beef. Like, I mean, look, of course, I'm from LA, so I'm a super Kendrick fan as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Before we get into the music video.
Yeah.
But I was on my podcast defending Drake too. I'm like, look, man,
Okay.
nothing is proven. This is everybody's just talking shit.
Y'all need to hang out.
For me, it was like, there's no proof that Kendrick beats his wife. There's no proof that Drake is actually a pedophile.
That's what I'm saying.
It's all entertainment.
It's all entertainment.
Yeah, but still, but definitely don't. But they not like us. Come on in the club. I'm going crazy. I'm throwing up signs. I'm walking too. But yeah, the Drake video. That was super random. It was. I was at home chilling during the summer one year, and fucking King Batch texted me. He was like, "What you doing Thursday?" I was like, "I don't know. What's good?" He was like, "Do you want to come be a part of my crew for a Drake music video?" And I was like, "Yeah, all right." and then yeah, he was like, "Yeah. Do you want to?" Oh no, he was like, "Do you want to come with me and Bieber and be part of my crew for this like Drake video?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And that was it. I literally pulled up and they put some clothes on me and we danced around for the video.
Oh, they picked the fit you had on.
Yeah.
You were like sitting on like the red G-Wagon. I think you're like,
yeah. It was a vibe. It was a vibe.
Oh,
It was
sick.
fun.
Sick.
You go.
You didn't even get to meet Drake, huh? Because it was Justin Bieber.
Yeah, it was. Bieber was
yeah.
lip syncing all of
Yeah.
Drake's parts. Yeah,
Oh,
so.
Even meeting Bieber is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Bieber's a nice guy.
Yeah.
I met Bieber years ago. I've met him a couple times. Once at a random house party for a mutual friend. He was dating Selena Gomez at the time. And Selena was there. I was like, oh my goodness, Selena. I love Selena Gomez too.
Yeah,
I actually wrote a song about her a long ass time ago.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Did it see the internet or no?
Yeah, it went low-key viral. It was called Hey Selena Gomez. It was a music video I wrote for her. And that shit was out when I met her. So like the song was out and people were tweeting it at her like crazy. I don't think she liked it because she never replied. But
She knew about it.
She saw
but
it.
she for sure saw it.
She saw it.
I know someone who knew her that was like, yo, I showed it to her. And she was just kind of like, I guess she just said it was cute or whatever.
Yeah.
But so I was at this party and she was in line getting drinks. I was in line behind her and I just kind of just like, hey, and that was it. Got my drink. I didn't want to be weird. Like, hey, I wrote this song about you.
Yeah.
And
pulling it up.
yeah, I know. I didn't want to do all that, right? But then Bieber was there. We dapped it up, danced around a bit, and then I met him again on a skit shoot. And then so when I saw him again at the Drake video, he was pretending like he remembered me. I don't know. It's hard to say because I meet a lot of people too, and I forget a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was just being nice, but nah, super nice guy. There was one moment specifically that I kind of stands out to me when we were shooting that video. Like, we were on a break and we're just eating pizza, like chilling in this mansion they had rented out, which was like so crazy. And Bieber's he found a piano. He's just playing songs, and he's like, all right guys, so what do you guys have any requests? Like, let's sing some songs, right? Bieber's just chilling. He's like playing Boyz II Men songs, and I'm like, this is so nice.
Oh God, I'd be fangirling so
Did
hard.
he know who you were?
I think maybe after he had met me the second time when we were shooting the sketch.
Okay.
Maybe it's hard to say because, like I said, man, he meets a lot of people, you know.
Right.
So I don't know, who knows? But it's not a lot of Asian dudes like in the scene like me.
Definitely
you know what I'm
not.
saying?
Yeah.
In the start of it, yeah.
Because even when I talked to Batch and we were talking about like him hitting me up for the video, because I know the director too. It's this guy named Lil X, and I'm like, and I know they wanted a diverse crew, and I'm like, bro, you know, it's no other Asian dudes you can hit up. He was like, bro, literally nobody. Like, he's like, you're the Asian guy. I'm like, I know. So maybe who knows? If I run into Bieber again, like maybe he'll remember, maybe not. I don't know, you know.
Okay.
But I met Drake once.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Oh,
You gotta know.
I met Drake in Toronto. I was out there with the Mandem trying to reach, fam. And I was out there for another like a YouTube thing, and there was a big rap battle event going on that same weekend, King of the Dot shit, and Drake, I think he sponsored the event or something like that. So the hotel I was staying at, all the battle rappers were staying in, and I turned a corner because I'm cool with those guys. I turned a corner and it was Drake, and I was like, oh shit, and he gave me a dap like he knew me. It was one of these. It was like a what's up? I was like, oh, what's up?
Oh, he knows.
He knows. Because
Okay.
I'm like, this fool, he be watching YouTube
Wait,
videos.
was it
Yeah.
before or after Wild 'N Out?
This was before.
Before Wild 'N Out.
So I
Okay.
think like
wow,
if he knew
okay.
me, it was strictly off YouTube shit, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, that was it. I didn't want to press the issue. I didn't ask for no picture. I was just like, all right, man, nice to meet you. That was it, you know. So,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Keep it short and sweet.
yeah.
I do remember he hosted that King of the Dot shit
Mhm,
one time.
mhm,
Yeah.
Wasn't Dumb on a
He was.
battle rap
He
thing too by Drake?
Drake
or
shouted out
something?
Dumb for one of the for that event he hosted, I think.
Oh, really?
Or was
Yeah.
it that one?
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah, yeah.
potentially, possibly.
Shit.
Were you battle rapping too?
Nah. I've
No?
never battle rapped. I got hit up. Like people were interested in me potentially doing it, but it's too much to memorize, bro. Like it's so because they rap for like fuck. It's like 20 minutes. You know what I'm
Holy
saying? It's like
shit.
so long, and I'm like, I don't know. I couldn't do it because I have songs I've been performing for like 10 years that I still like fuck up on. You know what I'm saying? I still forget lyrics too. So
Yeah.
I had to get to a point where I'd be doing shows and I'm like, just so y'all know, I'm gonna forget some stuff. So don't be mad. All right.
Well, dude, I want to take it back because I feel like we all grew up watching you on YouTube.
For sure.
Thanks.
Like I feel like the first video I ever saw you was like you and Danny Rio. Like what women think, what men think. You remember that video?
Yeah, that was probably
that went crazy.
that was one of my most viral videos. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, like, how did you even get your start? Like, what made you even start YouTube? Do the sketches?
Yeah, man. So, like I said, I always wanted to do entertainment. I always wanted to be in TV, movies, all that stuff, right? I wanted to be the Asian Will Smith. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
always my goal, right? Aside from the slapping. So early on, like I had got like an agent and stuff. I was trying to go about it like the proper way. But that, you know, there was really nothing for Asian dudes back then.
Yeah.
Like the most I got, like I was an extra in Tokyo Drift. Like that's.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm
That's
in
still
like the background of a couple scenes, you know. But and so me and my boys in high school, we used to make these little short comedy movies, like 5-15 minutes long. And this was before YouTube though. So damn, let me not date myself, but and so we had one that went low-key viral by our standards. It was called Jason vs. Gumby, a little stupid-ass 20-minute movie we did that we actually like showed in our high school and stuff. And when he put it on his website, it was getting spread around. And then his website ran out of bandwidth because it was getting so many hits. And I was on, bless you, I was on MySpace one day. It's a website. MySpace is a website that
We know
people
my
used to
name.
use. So I was on MySpace one day and someone posted a bulletin. It was like, haha, look at these white girls dancing to Laffy Taffy or whatever, right? And I clicked the video and it was funny. But I was like, yo, this is and it took me to a YouTube video, right? And I'm like, yo, this is a website where anybody can put any video like from their phone and put it on this website and it'll give you a code for your MySpace. This is crazy, right? So I hit my boy and I was like, hey bro, you should just put your movies on this website so you don't have to worry about your bandwidth. And then I started just uploading bullshit from my webcam, like freestyle videos and just me being goofy, doing impressions, strictly for my MySpace friends, just to make people laugh, right?
Yeah.
But then I thought this might be a way to maybe get my face out there.
Yeah.
So I would put up freestyles and I would like put in the tags like Gin 106 in Park freestyle, shit like that. So I kind of, people would find it, you know, because this was like so early on. And then as I began to get little hits, I thought, damn, this might be something, you know. So I kept uploading, and then you know, there weren't a lot of people creating videos back then, especially like Asian people. So I think, and especially Asian dudes that were like rapping and like, you know, just, you know, doing what I was doing. So I think I kind of just was you know, people were like, oh shit, this is Asian people were like, oh shit, this is what is this, who's this guy, right? And I think it just started to spread, and then it eventually got to a point where I was like, oh shit, I can make a little money off this. This is crazy.
Right.
And yeah, I just stuck with it, stayed consistent. You know, I probably, you know, I think I averaged it out one day, and I'm like, I've probably put up a video, at least one video a week on average for like the past, like, it's been 18 years.
Wow.
This September, my YouTube channel will be 18 years old.
Holy,
Yeah.
that is crazy.
Legal.
It will be legal.
Sorry, Drake. Just playing. sorry, Drake. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. That was just, I had to do that. Low hanging fruit. I know.
Damn.
Oh my god, 18 years.
Yeah, that's
Dude, that
crazy.
is crazy.
When you first started YouTube, did you ever think it was gonna get this big?
Like popular.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I always knew that I would be doing what I was doing.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that YouTube would be the
start of
vehicle.
it.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
I was just always trying to find a way to get my name out there, get my face out there, whether it was, you know, because before YouTube I was like putting raps on MySpace and shit, you know. I was just trying to find, I was like, what is the way? You know what I'm saying? And then yeah, YouTube was a big part of it. So.
Yeah, so you were always like the comedian at school.
Yeah, I was like, you know, voted class clown and all
Right.
that. And you prom king. Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
You were one of those kids.
Yeah.
Oh my god. If we all started YouTube when we were like 15, I feel like it could have been famous too.
I could have had a little something.
Shit,
I
man.
know,
But 18
right?
years of posting one video
That's
a week
crazy,
is crazy.
yeah.
Consistency, like.
Very hard to do.
And that's the thing, man. That's what people have trouble with. I think consistency is tough for a lot of people.
For
Yeah.
sure.
You know, a lot of people get discouraged if they don't get like the immediate views they thought they would
Definitely.
get, or
Especially these days. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah.
whole
Doing a
clipping
podcast
stuff.
now,
Yeah.
too, yeah.
What do you think of
Podcast is
seeing
so-
like a bunch of younger Asians like us, like saying all this crazy stuff on camera and like?
Oh, it's beautiful, man. I love it. I love it because no one was doing that when I was coming up.
Yeah.
Like there were
Right.
no Asian people talking about just reckless activities
Yeah.
back then, and that's one of the main reasons why I started talking about such crazy shit. You know, because a lot of people ask me, like, why you always talking about your dick? You know, like, why you talking about your dick all the time, right? And like, for me, like early on, you know, because there were a handful of Asian guys that were popping in the beginning with me,
Right.
came up, right? Like Ryan Higa and Kev
Yeah.
Jumba. But they still kind of had like the awkward Asian vibe. Like,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
family friendly.
yeah, they're
Family.
family friendly, but
Yeah.
like, hey, I don't know how to act around girls type shit, right?
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah.
never my experience, you know?
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah.
so I was like, I'm gonna put it out there, like, yo, look, Asian dudes, we be horny, and we be fucking too.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, and I wanted to put that out there to kind of like show people and just like the world that like there's, you know, different sides to Asian guys, and and that's why I kind of made it really like the forefront of my brand
Yeah.
and what I was doing early on, and because I felt like it was necessary, you know.
Yeah.
I
For
love
sure.
that.
You were a pioneer of it, because I feel like now it's like mainstream, where it's almost kind of weird. Like I'm like, there's so many damn Asians that are popping now. And like
Yeah.
K-pop is so popular over here
Yeah.
now. So yeah, it's definitely good to see.
We're on an Asian wave.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, just
We
you
are on
know,
that Asian wave.
still trying to ride it. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna ride
John-
this shit out
Yeah.
too.
Good.
So
Make it
you
right.
got two podcasts right now.
I
Actually,
do, I
you got
do.
Dudes Behind the Foos.
Yeah.
You got No Chaser.
Mhm,
No
mhm,
chaser.
mhm.
Dude, I gotta say, like your ability to like find like funny people is crazy. Like you
Thanks.
and Rick
Mhm.
is a deadly combo. Like I'm
Thanks,
laughing
man.
every time.
Thanks,
But
man.
then you and David is like a completely
Yeah, I
different.
know.
But then
Yeah.
it's like it meshes so well together too. Like
Yeah, well, it's two very contradicting vibes, right? Even though it's like it's both good vibes, because you know Rick has been my best friend since like we were I was a junior in high school.
Yeah.
So I've known him for so long. So our whole funny comes from like our stories together and the fact that we know each other so well and those conversations, right? Me and David, even though I've been filming content with that fool for some years now, there's still so much we don't really know about each other. Yeah. So it's a lot of like, wait, what? Really? For real? Wait, that's how you feel? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's totally different, but yeah, it's a good time. Those are my guys, my big boned guys, you know.
I wanted to ask you about No Chaser.
Yeah.
Because this is a genuine question. Because I was watching the one with you interviewing Kazumi.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like, bro.
The naked episode. Or
the naked episode. The naked episode.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, like, how is your wife okay with you interviewing? Literally, she's naked. Like literally.
Yeah. Okay. So I always get this question, even before the naked interview. Because you know, like I said, my content can be a little reckless, right? And when I was doing like crazy sketches and shit like that, I mean, I was doing crazy sketches before I met my wife, right? And when I made her officially my girl, I mean, she knew what my like brand of humor was and what I was kind of doing online. But after that, I specifically would always run scripts by her before we filmed a sketch that I thought might be a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I mean, I always tell people a couple different stories just to put in perspective of how like cool she was with it from the jump. Like when we were still long distance, and this is before we were even officially together, so I guess she couldn't really say anything necessarily, but picked her up from the airport, had to work that day. I was filming a little sketch where I had to like kiss this girl. And so she was sitting there watching me kiss this girl like over and over and over again through this skit, and she was chilling. And I think her being there with like camera crew, sound people, being like, all right, cut, all right, take, let's do it again. That one was stupid, do it again. Kind of helps you realize like, oh, this is just acting, right? It's like I'm not like gazing into her eyes after the camera cuts. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, all right, man, all right, your breath stank. Like let's redo it. You know what I'm saying? It's a job. And then when we were together for a while, like I said, I would always run the scripts by her, right? To make sure she approved, make sure nothing was too crazy for her. And one time Rick wrote a skit for his channel where the whole point of the skit was that like his girlfriend in the video was just doing too much in front of the homies. So like she was like way too comfortable, and she like there's a part in the script where this girl like bends over naked in front of me, and I'm just trying to play video games, right? But it's his girl in the skit, so I sent the script to Chia. I was like, all right, baby, there's a skit. This girl bends over naked in front of me. Let me know if you have an issue with this. We can change it so that she's bending over in front of Rick, right? And she's my girl. And she was like, well, is this for your channel or Rick's channel? I'm like, Rick's channel. And she's like, okay, well, wouldn't it make more sense if it was bending over in front of you? And I was like, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So nice.
Gets it.
Yeah.
The only ever issue she had, because I used to shoot a lot of the sketches in my condo, right? So when we would film like the bedroom scenes with these different girls or whatever, I would film them in my bed. And at one point she was like, all right, look, man, you know, I don't care about the jokes and shit, but like, no more shit in our bed. She's like, that's our bed. You know what I'm saying? That's our intimate area. Yeah. So if you look, there's a point where it crosses over, and like any dirty scene I did was like on a couch, or like I would like rent out a space. You know what I'm saying? As long as it wasn't our bed.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So I would always run things by her, get her approval, because she knows it's all jokes. And then as far as naked Kazumi goes, I told her.
Have you guys seen that?
No, that's just crazy,
bro. Like imagine Megan just got naked and we ran the pod. We ran the pod.
That was
like literally.
So that was interesting because, you know, so Kazumi does porn, right? And I was joking with Kazumi in text, and I was like, all right, wear whatever you want, like, because I know that she's done interviews where someone would ask her to wear something revealing because she's talking about her experience doing sex work or whatever. So I was like, wear whatever you want. I don't care if you wear a 3-piece suit. I don't care if you want to be naked. It's whatever. She was like, LOL, oh my God, should I be naked? And I was like, LOL, you down? So we're running this idea, And so I just told Chia like straight up, I'm like, yo, we had a funny idea. Like, what if Kazumi just randomly gets naked? And she was like, all right, whatever.
Wow,
Wait,
she's
was it
super
like she
cool.
walked on naked?
So here's what happened. Let me tell you, it's so silly because Kazumi fucked the joke up. The whole point was supposed to be that she randomly gets naked and we carry on the conversation. Don't acknowledge it. Don't pay attention to it. Never even talk about it. Right?
That would have been funny.
That's what was the funny part.
Mm-hmm.
And the cue to get naked was, oh, I like those shoes. What kind of shoes are those? So we're like 20 minutes into the interview, and I'm like, oh, what kind of shoes are those? Her dumb ass was like, oh, should I get naked now? I'm like, no. Kazumi! You ruined the bit, and you're making me sound creepy for trying to get me naked.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And you guys put on the glasses like you guys would look at this shit. Bro, Rick was so funny.
Yeah, so we put on sunglasses like so we couldn't, you couldn't see our eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
She's silly.
I feel like she makes him comfortable though. She's not being weird about her being naked on her.
Yeah,
you know?
I was just like, I don't know how you doing that. And then you just carrying it on the pod like as if she's not naked.
Yeah,
like.
That's the
He's
funny
professional.
of it. Yeah. It was just more funny than horny. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
right.
It's easy. It's easy. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's for the bit. It's all for the bit.
So let me ask you this: a lot of our audience has like dating related questions. So for you and your marriage, like, what was like the biggest like keys for you to have like this long lasting relationship?
Yeah, I mean, well, not only were we like, has it been a long time? It's also it was long distance for like 7 years.
Right.
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
That's
So as you can tell, just from what I've already told you, it's like communication is really important, especially in a long distance relationship.
Yeah.
You know, and so I just kind of always wanted to make sure she was just comfortable and knew what I was doing and didn't feel like left out in the dark. Because one issue that's popped up for me podcasting is that you share a lot of stories. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I've lived some life. You know what I'm saying? Like touring and shit like that. So every once in a while, a story would come up that she had never heard before, like where I was doing something with some girl or whatever. She'd be like, "You never told me this."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Look, I don't." She's like, "I know that's the past, but I don't like being surprised."
Right.
She's like, "So make sure you just tell me before like the world knows about it." You know what I'm saying? So there would be times where I would say something on the podcast. I'm like, I'm not sure if I told her this shit. I'm like, let me tell her this before it comes out on the podcast,
right.
But then sometimes it's not fair because she forgets everything too. Sometimes it'd be a story I knew I told her. She's like, you never told me this. I'm like, yes, the fuck I did.
Dude, I feel that. Same with me and my girls. Like, she'll see a clip that we say as some story. And she's like, you never told me the story. I'm like, I swear I did, bro.
So
but,
there's that.
Okay.
So yeah, communication. And I think you kind of have to trust people or else you start to go crazy.
Yeah.
For the distance, people would be like, how do you know she's not doing nothing over there in Canada? Because it was like she was in Canada. And I just kind of looked at it like she's so smart. Like she could literally live 10 minutes away. And if she wanted to fuck some other dude, she could. So it's like, I'm not going to stress myself about it,
How'd you guys meet?
Well, we had a mutual friend that used to make YouTube videos, and I saw that girl's videos first, thought she was funny, followed her on YouTube, and then we kind of became online homies, Facebook, YouTube. And then one day I was just kind of like 2 a.m., just bored going through people's profiles, and I was on that girl's profile going through her pictures. I'm like, yo, who's your sexy ass friend? She was like, oh, that's my girl Chia. I'm like, okay, well, that's a good one. You know what I'm saying? And they did a road trip to LA, and the mutual friend was like, yo, we're gonna be in LA, can let's link. I want to shoot like a quick little video. I was like, all right, cool. So I went, met up with them, and when I met Chia, I mean, she had a man at the time. So I always tell people it was funny because like I'm like trying to like fucking, I got my fucking like
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Trying to like, all right, let me charm her right now, right?
Yeah.
But then when I met her, she was on her phone. And she was she's so loyal, right? Because she had a man. I literally was like, hey, Tim, nice to meet you. And she was like, hey, nice to meet you. I went back to her shit. I was like, all right, cool. Carry on, cool. But then a few months later, she messaged me on Facebook. And she was like, hey. And I was like, that's peculiar. So I texted our mutual. And I was like, yo, Chia just messaged me on Facebook. And the homegirl was like, oh, she's single now. And I was like, ooh, let's go. I said, I'm in there because my message game is, if you think I'm charming in person, you got to read my messages.
I I need to learn. I'm so terrible at it.
So you know, we just chatted on Facebook for like a bit, and then I had a show in Toronto. She had family in Toronto, so we linked up and kicked it, and then you know, just started flying back and forth ever since, and then made it official after like a year of flying back and forth. We were long distance for like 7 years.
Yeah,
that's
really impressive.
Yeah, then I proposed, and we've been married for like 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
I kind of wanted to ask you also about back in your younger days when you were single. I heard that you could drink a lot, like crazy.
Yeah,
Because you were touring, just drinking at all these different cities and stuff like that. So I wanted to ask, at your peak, how many shots were you talking about to get you drunk, or you just wouldn't even get drunk?
Man, at my peak?
Yeah.
I can't even give you like a count, but I remember being at like a sorority frat party, and some dude is coming up to me, big dude, being like, "Bro, you're a fucking tank. You're a tank, man.
Yeah.
You're a fucking tank, dude. You're a little guy. You're such a tank."
Oh, so you've always just been able to drink a lot?
Yeah, I think I built up the tolerance from the touring days, because you know, when you go on tour, and especially when you're in like smaller cities, everyone's like, let me show you how we do in fucking Des Moines, Iowa. Yeah. So they want to like keep pouring you shots and shit. I think my body was like, I need to adjust, or I'm just gonna black out everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just ended up building up a tolerance. But now, and I still feel like like David will tell you that my tolerance is crazy, because and he's a big dude, right? And he'll tell you specifically about one time we were filming in Pittsburgh, and literally just for what we were filming, just for the bit, like we downed like 3 or 4 drinks mad fast just to be funny. And this fool was like, went to the hotel, crashed out, but I was chilling, you know. Went to dinner that night. He was like, how? He stumbled into my room later, like ate my leftover burrito and shit. He was like, how are you okay right now? So he's like constantly in awe of how much I can drink. But as I get older, something happens to me now where, like, you know, back in the day I could feel the progression of my drunkenness, and I could pinpoint like, okay, that shot did it. This is where, you know, I was gone. But now what happens is I'll be drinking, taking shots, and I'm like, I'm chilling, I'm great, and then all of a sudden I wake up naked in my bed, and I'm like, what the fuck? When did this? How? You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, I don't know if like my body processes it differently, or my brain processes it differently. But now it's like all of a sudden it's like 0 to 100, and now I'm like, I don't know what did it. You know what I'm saying? So
that's hilarious.
Yeah, man.
Like
I also
now,
saw you said you started the tequila wave in LA. Everyone's drinking tequila in LA now. I saw you said you started it.
I made a bold statement on Dumbfounded's podcast. Right? Where
that's bold.
It was bold. It was bold. And some people will refute this, but I stand by this. Where you know, because everybody now, when you go to the club and you get a bottle, it's like everyone's like 1942 Clase Azul. Everyone's on the bougie tequilas, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like before that, on the cusp of it going crazy, my boy Benji, when I was still a Henny boy, Benji was he was in a studio session with these guys called the Stereotypes, okay? And he said when he was in the studio, Stereotypes came up to him. He was like, you still drinking that Henny? You don't know about this right here. It's that Clase Azul, you know what I'm saying? And then he was like, oh, what's this? And then so Benji put me on. He was like, yo, bro, check this shit out. So after that, I was like, this is great. This is delicious. I love it, right?
Yeah.
And it also kind of like reminded me. It had like, you know, it reminded me of the Henny that I loved, right? And so I was pushing that shit heavy because I've been doing No Chaser for like 5 years now, right? Yeah. And we would always have a bottle on the table, ringing the bell, and a lot of people was hitting me like, yo, I had to try this shit because I saw it on your podcast. I don't know what this is, but I tried because I saw it on your podcast. And then all of a sudden, I feel like all of a sudden, the shit was sold out when I went to the liquor store. And then everybody's ringing the bell on the stores. Everybody had the 1942, the Repo. Everyone knows what fucking Reposado is now. They didn't know about it back then. So I feel like I did that shit. And a lot of people, and some people in the comments in Dumb's Pod like, nah, please. But other people were like, nah, Tim did that shit. So I don't know, man.
Tim got motion like that.
Depends on who you ask, you know.
My hangovers these days, though, they're so I feel like I can't drink like that anymore because my hangovers.
What you mean not no more?
I can't. Yeah, No, I'm just saying.
No. Megan's a big vodka girl, but I swear every Asian girl is on Casamigos right now. Like,
and that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like everybody's on it, you know. Yeah. I'm trying to bring back the brown. Not gonna lie.
No,
really?
Brown gets you violent. I swear.
It does make the boys violent.
Yeah, I swear.
It literally makes them violent.
Really
Interesting.
It does.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have homies that is true for.
Right?
I was never a violent drunk. I was always just a horny boy, man.
Yeah.
But I'm bringing back the brown specifically because I might come out with my own little shit soon.
A little cognac or what?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I'm making a brandy because I thought cognac because Hennessy. I'm a Henny boy. Mm-hmm. But then here's what I found out. Right, is like the only thing that differentiates a brandy from a cognac is that like to be called a cognac, you have to use very specific grapes from a specific part of France. All right.
Okay.
Otherwise, brandy and cognac is the same shit.
Wait, what's brandy? What's brandy?
It's like
Dark.
yeah, it's just it's another brown.
Liquor.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll literally taste pretty much like some cognac. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the differentiates like a little bit of whatever flavor notes you get out of there. You know. Yeah. And this company hit me up and they asked me if I was down. And, of course, like, everybody's making tequila. I was like, yeah, I drink a lot of tequila, but, like, everybody's making their own tequila right now. So I was like, let's do something different. And so, yeah, look for that. Brandy coming your way, potentially.
Yeah, go check that shit out.
I can't drink dark liquor.
Weak.
Do
you believe in that? Like, when people are like, yo, I can only drink, like, tequila. Like, vodka will make me hungover. Like, do you believe in that?
I didn't believe it until, well, for one, when I started getting a little money and drinking top shelf shit, I was like, okay, certain things will make you feel worse than other things.
Oh, yeah?
Right?
Yeah.
And then when I got drunk off gin 2 times, I was like, I can never drink gin again. Because, okay, so the first time I really got fucked up off gin, I was filming with David So. We were shooting our food shit. We're at this, some food event, I forget where, but I was drinking the gin heavy. And I started like spitting at the camera. I don't even know why. Like I would sip it and I would go like Triple H style at the camera, and I spit on David's neck at some point. I thought it was the funniest shit, right? Yeah. And I'm like, oh, bro, I was reckless that day. I was just too drunk, right? And then like a year later, I was filming a drinking arts and crafts show with a homegirl, and she had gin as the main alcohol, and I got there late, so I'm like, let me catch up with you. So I'm like chugging gin, and I got so fucked up, but again, I was spitting at people. And I have never done that with anything else. So I'm like, yo, I cannot drink gin again because like this is not cute, you know? Like it's rude. So I don't want to be that guy anymore.
Tim's gonna start spitting if you.
It's gross. I'm like, I saw the footage. I'm like, oh, this is terrible. So yeah.
What's drunk Tim like? I want to know.
Look,
he said horny.
Yeah,
horny and like I guess I'm kind of obnoxious. But if you're drinking with me, word is I'm hilarious. I'm a fun time. But like to the sober people in my life, like Rick and my wife, they fucking hate me when I'm drunk. They think I'm so annoying.
Yeah.
Especially my wife. She feels like I'm just so annoying, and she says I snore more when I come home.
Dude, yeah,
that's true.
I snore so much when I drink a lot. Oh my goodness.
You get Asian glow?
No.
Wow. You're blessed.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why.
Like, none at all.
I gotta be very, 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 very drunk.
You get a little like slight hue on.
Just a slight hue.
Slightest.
Yeah.
A little blush.
Yeah.
But we got 4 tomatoes over here.
Yeah, dude.
You know what Pepsid is?
Of course.
Yo, I'll be taking that.
You gotta do
I
it.
know it's like terrible for you, and like, but it actually like helps.
No, my friends and I all know too now. They're like, Megan, you take your Pepsi? I was like, yep. I'm
Yeah.
ready to go.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
I want to know like some of your crazy party stories at all. Like, what's a good party that you went to? That sticks in your brain.
Party story. I'll tell you this, man. I've told this story on my shit, of course. I'm all out of stories now. People on my podcast complain because they're like, bro, we've heard this story already. I'm like, guys, I'm out the game. I have no more new stories.
You be retelling stories?
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Retelling stories is high key like a kind of a what I do on my podcast now. I start off all my stories now with like, y'all probably heard this before, but so I always tell this story as like peak drunk touring stage, all right, where I was in Minneapolis. very drunk, like one of these like where I black out. I black out a lot when I kind of hit that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, we're twins over here.
Yeah, for real, that's
It's this
literally
couch.
yeah, you know, and and here's the thing too. I used to like, you know, this is pre-COVID, of course, you know. So when I would be drinking, I love just kissing people. I like just like kissing. I'd be like, you know, especially with like, I would just, if someone was like, yo, let's take a picture, I'm like, okay, cool, give me a kiss. So and I would,
love.
yeah, I just like kissing and making out with people. And so there was one night, and I had no idea this happened. I woke up the next day in my hotel room. This is after the club, after we performed, after drinking. I woke up in my bed. I was like, what happened last night, right? And I'm just kind of like stretching, and I'm like, there's panties in my bed. I'm like, who is this? And then I'm like I'm tripping, like who what did I do last night, right? I'm like, I know I didn't smash because I feel like I would have remembered that. Now this is before I really understood myself as a blackout person. But like then I see a number on the counter. I was like, hey, nice meeting you last night. Here's my number. I'm like, what the fuck?
What?
So then I think she had her name, so I looked up her Facebook. I'm like, okay, she's cute, cool. Whoever it was cute. And then I'm texting her, trying to get to the bottom of it. I'm like, and we're texting. I'm pretending like I remember everything.
Yeah, yeah. Of course.
I'm like, yo, okay, glad you made it home safe. Blah blah blah. It's good. It was good kicking it last night. And then I'm trying to figure out if I actually did anything. I'm like, LOL. Yeah. Too bad I was so drunk. Well, you know, I probably would have did something, right? She was like, what do you mean we had sex like 3 times? I was like, so then I'm in the text like, what? What do you, for real? She's like, oh my God, do you not remember? I'm like, no, I don't remember. She's like, oh my God, I feel bad. I'm like, no, don't feel bad. I for sure like would have. You had full consent. I just don't remember. You know what I'm saying? And then so I'm trying to figure out the whole story. And then I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I go downstairs. I run into my boy. He was like, bro, you were on one last night. I'm like, what the fuck happened? He's like, yo, so we left the club. Bunch of girls. He's like, we get to the hotel lobby. And my boy says, yo, who's trying to smash Tim tonight? Oh my God. And then puts me in the elevator with a couple girls. And this is what the story, I still don't remember any of this. Mm-hmm. I'm in the elevator and one girl's like, hey, I just want to hang out. I don't want to do anything. I'm like, okay, good night. So then I guess I hooked up with this girl. And I to this day, like I barely remember, but that was my first time. I'm like, yo, okay. Like, cause I didn't know you could get so blackout drunk that you completely forget your whole ass night. You know what I'm saying? That was the first time that officially happened to me. I was like, yo, this is crazy, you know?
Man, you got a gift though. You can still fuck on like blackout.
No, I think the only reason she said we smashed like 3 times is because I probably kept getting soft and having to like take breaks and stuff, you know? Because for sure, yeah. Whiskey,
it wasn't like to completion.
Nah. I doubt it. Like I said, I don't remember. But
you was a freak back then, though, huh?
Still. I'm just married now, you know.
Well, let me ask you a silly question. What's the most expensive thing you could buy with your body count? If each body was $1, what could you buy?
We not gonna answer that one. We not gonna answer that one. Yeah.
Okay, do you care about that? You like body count? Your partner's body count. Do you care about that?
I don't. I think. I mean, I'm glad. I would be a hypocrite to care.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because she, you know, bless her soul, she was like, all right, well, okay, moving on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But not gonna lie, even for me as a, you know, when we first got together, you know, as a little, you know, young dumbass dude, I was still, you know, her shit was so low, and I was still like, oh really? Oh, you still talk to these dudes? What? You know what I'm saying? Like all some stupid shit, you know? Yeah. Even though mine was like way more, I was also like, hypocritical, like, oh really? Like so silly, you know? So for me, you know, like I said, I would be a hypocrite to say it matters, because really, like, as long as you're clean, then like, nah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
But you told her though, your wife.
Oh, for sure. I wasn't trying to lie. You know, I was like, look, I'm gonna just put it all out there. It is what it is. You know, I was traveling, I was touring. It was like at the height of like YouTube shit popping, and I happened to be traveling, and I happened to be touring, and I happened to be openly single. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I was getting it in a little bit. You know, yeah.
As you should.
Would you say it was like kind of hard transitioning from like, you know, like your big wild life into like married life now, or like is it kind of like something that's rewarding now that you did all of this? Do you have this?
Yeah, no, 100%. It's rewarding, and I wouldn't say it was difficult because for me it was definitely like I knew she was different. You know what I'm saying? Like from the first like really day that we like really spent time together and like hooked up and stuff, I was like, this is different. I text Rick immediately. I was like, hey bro, I love her. You know what I'm saying? Like just being silly, but also like, yeah, this is different.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, we had our time just kind of like feeling things out before I officially made her my girl. But you know, there was a point where you know, and I'll tell you this, like when we were first kind of talking, she knew I was still kind of like doing my thing. And we were long distance and shit. We were new, and I always tell people this is one of the stories of how I knew she was like different.
Yeah.
Just mentally, cause she hit me one day. She was like, you know what? Like I'm not feeling it. Like you having these little situations on the side. She was like, look, man, like it's either me or these groupies or whatever. You know? She's like, I don't feel like dealing with it anymore. And I was like. And I kind of was stressing a little bit because I knew I wasn't mentally ready for that.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of freshly single. And then the next day, she was like, you know what? I apologize. I take it back. And I was like, oh, word? She's like, yeah, you know what? I thought about it. It's not your fault that we're long distance. It's not your fault that you're fresh out of a relationship. She's like, if I pressure you into anything right now, it's just going to be bad for both of us. So she was like, look, do what you got to do. And, you know, let me know when you're ready. And I was like, oh, my God. And she kind of like Jedi mind tricked me because then I was like, oh, fuck, I got to lock this shit down. Because she's different. You know what I'm saying?
Reverse psychology.
Yeah. So then I was like,
might
all
have
right.
to use that.
Yeah.
She's so understanding, though. That's actually crazy.
Or manipulative.
Manipulative.
Either way, no.
Yeah,
But super understanding. That's the thing. I just felt like she had such perspective on it. I was like, okay, she's dope. And so shortly after, I was like, okay, be my girl, you know?
Right.
So.
Yeah. Is it unique being in a relationship where it's like is it called a biracial relationship, right? Like. Yeah. I mean, is there any like thing that's different about being in something like that versus just, you know, dating another Asian person?
Yeah, I mean, not for me because, you know, and people always ask me for advice on interracial dating, but like they're like, you know, what do I do with the family and stuff like that? And I'm like, I'm sorry guys, I have no answers for you with this because her family is mad cool. I mean, she's the product of a biracial relationship, so it's like her parents aren't gonna be tripping on me. You know what I'm saying? Right. And even like just the different girls I've dated in the past, no one ever really took issue with my Asianness being out here. And you know, I'm coming from a really diverse area, so I don't think I never got like weird stares or anything. Okay. I mean, my ex's parents, I don't think they ever really liked me, but I don't know. I don't think it was because I don't think it's because I was 8. Maybe her dad really wanted her to be with a Mexican dude. I don't know, but my wife's parents are dope. And like her whole family is super diverse. Like if you go to like a family barbecue, it's like black people, white people. There's like some Latinos in there, and there's me filling in the Asian, being the token Asian, just like on Wild 'N Out. You know what I'm saying? Just filling in just getting in where I fit in all the time. You know. And so everybody, I've never really had any struggles with being in an interracial relationship. She will tell me though that like, because I've dated black girls in the past, so there's certain things that like I knew about that like her ex didn't know about, because like, you know, sometimes like black girl hair specifically, like like they can't just wash their hair all the time. You know what I'm saying? She said her ex, white dude, used to like take issue with it or make comments about it. I'm like, come on. And for me, I've dated black girls in the past, so I know how this shit works. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So as far as dating a black girl, a half black girl, there were things that I just were easier for me going into it because of my past experiences. Yeah. But as far as troubles from society or family, nah. I get the occasional, like, I think in Vegas one time, a dude was like, dang, where you get her? But that wasn't even nothing crazy. I was out with a black girl one time, and you'll get the occasional old dude that's like, he don't know what to do with that ass girl. he don't know what to do with all that.
He can't handle that.
Exactly. But other than that, no.
Okay.
I want to know, like, did your parents say anything about using social media and stuff like that? Growing up,
No, I think there was a point where my parents understood how valid it was. Before it was like, I'm just being silly, just posting whatever online, you know what I'm saying? And then I always tell people this story where at first my parents knew I was doing these videos, and you know how all your Asian parents, they brag to their Asian homies about what you're doing, right? They'll find anything to like brag about, right? And so they used to tell their homies like, oh, my son, like, he's majoring in this and studying this, and then he does these little videos with his friends, right? And then one day when the shit was kind of popping and I was getting recognized, and they were like, my son's famous on YouTube. I was like, oh, okay, they get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So. That's what my parents say too now. They're like, oh, she's on YouTube, she's on a podcast. I'm like, please, you guys.
Yeah. But embarrassing shit. I took my dad out for some food the other day for his birthday, and we went to a little Thai food spot. And I already kind of hear my mom talking to the owner, which was her homie, about like, oh, Tim's been doing this. Like, he hosted something the other day, and she was trying to find the video on her phone. I was like, oh, God, I went to the bathroom because I don't like being in the room when my videos are on. I feel like it's awkward for me.
Same
right?
For me, yeah.
So then I'm in the bathroom, and I hear the fucking theme song for No Chaser come on the TVs of the restaurant. Like, come on, bro. You couldn't pick like a funny video? At least it's me and Rick talking bullshit. I'm like, ugh. They're awkwardly eating my food while a podcast is
watching No
playing. Yeah, people don't give a fuck about my podcast. They're there trying to eat their Thai food. But yeah.
Wait, hold on, let me get you some more water, bro.
No, I'm full. No, I'm about to pee and I'm about to get out of here. So.
Okay, well, I want to know like what your first impression of all four of us are.
You guys are great.
Who do you think's the oldest out of us four?
Who do I think is the oldest?
Yeah.
I'm going to say, let me look at the fits.
Yeah, get the fits.
You.
No.
Oh! Who's the youngest?
Who's okay.
Who's the youngest then?
It's one of y'all.
Oh, it's one of us?
Yeah.
One of the guys?
Yeah. Kind of close.
Oh, kind of close. You gave it away. Her. No, you.
Wait, so she's the youngest and oldest?
Oh, you had me switching my answers up.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch it up.
No, go with your gut. Go with your gut.
Oldest, youngest.
Wow. No way.
Wait, I'm honored.
Wow.
You literally got it the exact opposite.
Fuck!
I'm the youngest.
It was the glasses.
Oh, it's always the glasses.
It's always the glasses, yeah.
Always the glasses.
Dumb made a comment about the glasses too.
And she's the
I'm
oldest.
so happy.
Well, because sometimes I feel like going against my gut is wrong. So that's why I was like, okay, she's giving oldest energy right now because she's chilling. Maybe she's the youngest. And then, but yeah. Well, damn it.
Should we do a hot seat?
Hot seat for
Yeah.
Tim?
Yeah.
Oh, we could.
Yeah, we could do a little hot seat.
Sure,
Yeah.
if you want.
Would you be open to drinking if you don't answer this?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
Okay.
Oh,
Do you have
okay.
Do we have
Yeah, I got
alcohol?
you, I got you.
Okay.
Okay.
No gin.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up the episode, but you know how we do it. We gotta do a hot seat for Tim right
We
here.
have to. We have to.
I-
We got
Oh yeah.
Chamisu.
Yeah.
All right, I think we got like one question each. If you don't want to answer, just take a shot.
Yep.
Sure.
Very
All right,
easy.
yeah, but we got some juicy questions lined up.
Okay.
I can ask the first question.
You wanna go?
Okay.
Yeah. I want to know who's the most famous person in your contacts.
Oh, that's a good ass question.
Dang, it's probably Nick Cannon.
Oh, okay.
True. Yeah.
But that fool never responds to my text. Wayne Brady.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, I have the next question for you. Do you think you're funnier than David?
So I think I'm funnier than David? Yeah.
Shout out David, man.
For real.
I mean, it depends on what kind of funny you like. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Different strokes, different folks.
Do I make myself laugh more than David makes me laugh? Yeah.
That does make sense. Okay. I can ask the next question. My question is, what's the one thing you regret the most that you've said or done on camera over the last 18 years?
Oh, that's a good question too.
There's got to be a couple things.
There's a couple things.
Yeah.
But fuck, I'll just take a shot instead of thinking about it.
Yeah. We got a cute little shot glass for you today.
Sure.
Little soju action.
Let's get it.
That one is cute.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
Yeah.
They like.
Yeah.
I feel like you might need to take another shot for this one.
Oh
but,
my God,
really?
Yeah, but so you got 2 podcasts.
Yeah, word.
Oh.
You got No Chaser.
Yeah.
You got Dudes Behind the Foods.
Yeah.
Which one do you have a better time filming?
Oh, Dudes Behind the Foods.
Wait, what? Wait, that was easy?
No. Well, I joke about this all the time with Rick because like, with dudes, me and David, we bring food, we like drink. It's almost more of like bro time. Like we don't even really are concerned about looking cute because it's only our top halves.
Yeah.
You know, we just come and fuck around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No Chaser almost feels like, you know, we don't have serious conversations, but we do have like less goofy conversations.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it's like, I don't feel like doing No Chaser today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Even though both are a good time.
Right.
But Dudes is always, it feels more like I'm just kicking it with the homie.
Yeah.
And No Chaser almost feels like, okay, what topics should we get today? And what, blah, blah. It feels like just a little bit more like work.
More work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. That was a good answer. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, before we end the pod, let me ask you one more last thing. If
Yeah.
there's one guest that you could help us potentially get onto our podcast in the future, who's someone that you think would be a good fit with us?
I don't know. Who do you want?
We are very open. It's hard to get in reach with a lot of people for us, but what's the
Bobby Lee.
Yeah, Bobby Lee.
Bobby
You know Bobby
Oh,
Lee.
that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't even had Bobby on my shit yet.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then.
I don't know, man. Maybe David will pull up.
Yeah.
so
I'd
we
be
would
love
super
that too. We would
down.
love
He's
that
too
too.
funny.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
But what do you got planned for like, you know, the upcoming future? I know you got your 2 podcasts. You got your movie. Anything else?
Anything you want to shout out?
Yeah, man. Look for the movie. It'll get done eventually. Listen to both podcasts, No Chaser, Dudes Behind the Foods. Working on music too.
Oh yeah.
It's been a minute, but I'm trying to put out more music.
Yeah.
And she. Who knows, man? Stay tuned.
You trying to get 4 kids? 2 more kids coming?
I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. Two was kind of crazy. When we were in the thick of it with 2, I was like, we're done. That's it.
Yeah.
But, you know, now that we're on a little more of a schedule and baby girl's going to start school soon, it's like, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. It'll get better
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming
Yes,
on.
thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was an honor. I feel like we literally all grew up watching you, and this is like
No,
a full
for
circle.
real.
Well, I actually want to say we met you too. You probably don't remember.
Where?
Yeah.
Dude, we had Violet Myers on our podcast once.
Yeah,
So
for
she
birthday,
so she invited us to the event with Soulja Boy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And then I dapped you up. I said legend, and
That's great, bro.
and I know you don't remember. It's all good.
No,
It's
but
all
that's
good.
beautiful. I
Yeah.
like those interactions. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, I
Just
remember.
real respect, nothing
Yeah,
awkward, you know?
yeah. I didn't want to bore you with no story.
Mhm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Legend.
I appreciate the stories too. It's all good.
Yeah, but this is a good full circle moment.
Well, guess what? I remember, dude.
You remember me talking to you?
Yeah.
You remember Megan though?
Nah, she
And then I got the DM. I was like, finally, that fool from Violet's party hit me up. Finally, to come be on the pod. Damn, took you long enough.
Damn, bro.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
it was an honor.
Yep.
Hope you had a fun time.
I did,
Yes,
I
sir.
did, of course.
Yeah.
Pour me another shot before I get out of here, man.
Oh yeah.
Come on up, bro.
I got a wife and
Hold
kids.
on,
I ain't got shit
hold
to
on
do,
now.
bro. This is my only party right here, dog.
Okay.
You got another shotgun?
Yeah, shit.
I want to take a shot. My boy here, man.
The boys could take one.
I'll take a shot.
Alright.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me.
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you.
Cheers.
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 Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, hit him with the outro, baby. Well, I'm take this shot.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tim for coming on. All right, it was truly a blessing. Hopefully you guys stay to the end of this week's episode. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Go check out all of Tim's socials. All right, and we're the 9 for 9 podcast, baby. Peace out.
Peace.